ABDUDUCTED.
I hear the voices inside my head, see voices behind the wall, uplifting the underdog, we fighting above the law.
Hello.
Hey guys. Hello, hello. Okay, mods, let people have, their opinions respectfully, but nastiness out. Welcome to the Crazy Train channel manager. Chicken Lady, hope you feel better soon, girl. Tammy Ayo, how we've missed you. Yay, Mandy C. Brother Benny, Vicky, Jessica, Lori, everybody. Miss Wednesday. She's been handing out whoop-ass before the live even started.
Good.
Cheshire, Indica Dreams. Hey, Catalin. Hey, Punksy. Hey, everybody. Everyone.
Cool kids up in here today.
Yeah, everyone that I'm not saying. Twin Cities. Mhm. Can you slow that down for me again? A little more? Good. Reason, thank you. We're gonna slow chat down just a little bit more, guys. Yeah, I'm a little more calm now. I was just so pissed yesterday with everything going on. I can't deal with it. And, there's just, you guys will slowly see everything. We're going to show some stuff. Hubby's going to go on his channel later because the thing is, Mr. Share, he knows a lot, right? He got right there, but I was a lot closer to Don. Like, I had more dealings with him. So, and again, I want to remind everybody that yes, the whole team of us who got involved was talking with Don, helping Don and all that. Hey, Jay for Justice. But we all have different experiences in the situation because, it's just how it is. We all have our different experiences. And so you're not going to probably hear the same thing from all of us, and that's okay. So, now for the rumors of Don stopping contact with us and we are just bitter now, yada yada. You could say there's truth to that or not truth. We are not bitter because we, as of Saturday, we're talking about oh shit, we have gone to authorities. Do we even continue talking to this man still? And we did because we had not heard back yet. And we had also told them we are going to continue on recording with him as long as he has this trust in me. But, from Saturday on, we did a lot better documenting, as in recording his calls and asking him super hard questions and recording the calls, and as well as sending them in. So we do have the proof. We knew people were going to say, because they were already saying it, Share, well, what were they saying? Share's hiding summer in Canada or whatever they were saying, right? So we were smart. We were like, yeah, we got to document this. So we did. I mean, he recorded me the first call to TBI on Saturday. He recorded me making that call, and then there was a bunch of more recordings and emails and things like that, phone calls, emails to write to somebody in TBI. So not just a sheriff. It went directly to TBI, and the last contact I had with them, they didn't even want me to send it to the normal TBI address. I was given a urgent email address to send it to. And when I say within I don't know, less than maybe 12 hours, 24 hours, less than 24 hours, this all the shit hit the fan. Like crazy.
Yeah, it started getting bad Saturday and that just dropped off a cliff.
Yeah. yeah, so we're gonna start with, I guess, Saturday. This is going to be my experience with Saturday. Okay. My husband will tell his experience, and if Benny wants to tell his, that's on him. But I'm going to start with my experience starting with Saturday. Like what changed it all. Okay. So Saturday, it was kind of a normal day, and it was maybe like in the afternoon, I want to say, like around lunchtime. We got in contact with somebody who told us a lot of stuff. And actually, it might have even been late Friday night or it was Saturday afternoon. I don't even know now because it's a blur. It's still a blur. So you guys think you guys are like your minds are blown. Ours is just like faded and gone. But so Saturday afternoon we were getting some calls, but he had called me very upset at like I think lunchtime. He was upset because his sister, who's pressing the charges, had called him. And so that phone call it went downhill from there, where what he had said to me was, "Hey, Cher, I just talked to my sister Jeannie," and I said, "Oh, like I don't think that's a good idea, you know." And he said, and this is what he calls Chris McDonough. He says McDumbass. Okay, so he said, "Well, Jeannie was really trying to trip me up on what to say, and she really wanted me to say that I was over 18 years old at the time of the sexual assault. But I know the truth, Cher. I was 15 and she was 10 because I didn't have my dirt bike until I was 15 years old." And all the usual yada yada bull crap. It was her fault. She wanted to play house with him, all that bullshit. Okay. So anyway, he goes, "Yeah, it was like they were trying to trip me up." And I said to him, "Chris has them recording you." And he said that to me. "Yeah, I bet McDumbass has them recording me so that they can use it to press the charges on them for the sexual assault." So anyways, we had assumed, I said, "Just assume every contact you have with Mary and Jeannie now is going to be recorded and played on Chris McDonough's show. So we'll see how, this is all tying in. And what's Chris McDonough going to show tonight after my live? Some phone call he has that's newer. So either that or fucking dumbass Don called Chris McDonough, even though we all know that's not really smart. At this point, I don't really care. I hope he does call Chris McDonough. Get him. But anyway, so he was very pissed off and frustrated with that. And he thought, he was just like, fine. I know that he's recording everything I do. So what do I say? I say, don't talk to them at all. Hello. Okay. Common sense, whatever. So anyway, he knew then. So that brings me like to the whole phone call with Mary. Okay. So, I mean, we will get to that also, but everything does tie in, you guys. It's just a lot of bullshit, which makes no sense. And I don't know how they have the time for this when their daughter is missing. I thought I saw Chrissy. I'm just trying to look at the comments. You guys, I'm sorry. I'm not really paying attention to comments right now. I will after I get out this because it's hard. It's a lot. My mind is like crazy, and I'm really trying my best not to like cuss as much as I do. It's gonna happen here and there. But anyway, I'm sorry if you have questions. I'll be watching the chat more after. Let me get this out, okay? Please. Thank you. Not to be rude. Okay, so where was I? Oh, he assumed everything was being recorded. This was about lunchtime, whatever. Okay, so we have that. And then a couple hours later, maybe 2 or 3 hours later, I could be off on time, you guys, too, a little bit. But anyway, sometime later on Saturday, after that panicked call, we had all, call us a team, call us a family, call us the people who were supporting Don, whatever you want to call us. We're all given some information that kind of had us all go, whoa, we need to take a step back here. And that's what led to the contact with TBI that I felt like I had to do, whether this sounds crazy or whatever. But the information J for Justice put on her channel is information that we all had behind the scenes. So I can like definitely vouch for everything that she put on her channel. I know to be true because I also received that same information not too long before she had gotten it from that person. So we were all like, oh, this is a problem. This is the first time that large amounts of money and drugs have come into conversation with us. That was a huge red flag. And I felt I needed to contact TBI immediately. So I did. But I then started questioning everything and actually calling Dawn, like, do you owe money to people? Like, what is going on? And he was like, no. But he said something that's very weird. And I actually recorded a call, which we aren't going to show right now, but in a few days, it'll come out, where when we got this information and we were all scrambling behind the scenes, we called Don and recorded the entire phone call, and we were asking him all of those questions. We were asking, how much does he owe cartel? What can we do? We were talking about starting crowdfunding. If it was only $20,000, like how could, we'll help you. If you don't want anyone to know, just tell us. We'll say it's for attorney fees. If $20,000 can get your daughter back, tell us. We will help you. And he was like, no, it's much deeper than that. So I don't know exactly what he means by that. So thank you, Vicky, very much. And hi, Nellie. Love you. Hope you're feeling well. So anyway, yeah. What was I first thing saying now? I'm anxious, you guys. I'm sorry.
You were talking about it goes deeper than that.
Oh, he says it goes much deeper than that, but we were trying to get it out of him. We were like, what the heck? Is this cartel shit true or not? And let me tell you, as soon as I talked to Don and brought this to his attention and asked him about this, is when everything changed. His whole person changed, his everything. Don dropped his mask. He became a completely different person than I've gotten to know in the last month. So I was like, oh shit, we touched on something, whether it's all true, part true, whatever. We pushed on something that made a change in this man, like 100%, completely different man. Okay. So yeah, we were questioning him about it. We will play that tape in a few days. Like I said, you guys, we have so much there, and there is things that went to TBI. So we've been kind of waiting. Oh no, he wasn't angry. Wasn't angry till yesterday or Monday or whatever day it was. Yesterday was that one? Yeah, yesterday. So if you guys want to go with that and he sends his trolls in here, you can have fun with that. I don't give a shit who believes me or not, because all of their actions are only hanging themselves. So I believe send all your little minions after me all you want, Dawn and Candace, but you're not going to have too many people that continue on with this bullshit. And the charades are going to definitely cause all of the tension that you deserve on yourselves. Hey, everyone coming in. So anyways, that touched a nerve when I brought that up to him, and I kept bringing it up. So then what happened was he didn't know that I was already talking to that person that he got drunk and whatever high with and whatever with this person. He had no idea that I was actually talking to this person. So as soon as I went to him with that, he started then blowing her phone up, and she wouldn't answer. He would blow me up. So he was nonstop blowing us up, trying to get a hold of us, and panicking. Panic set in, okay? And It was crazy. Don is at his house right now laughing about everything, and we will get to that because I'm going to show you guys a screenshot of what his original so-called prank was going to be. I actually completely forgot because he had talked about doing several different things, but the main thing I didn't even remember until Benny was like, "You better show that shit. Like now's the time. Show that shit." I'm like, "Oh yeah." Um Yeah, ready to crack. It changed everything, and everything between both of them since that has been just chaos, and it's spilling over now. So okay, so that happened Saturday, right? And then the whole predator hunter nation crap happens. I go to the police. So we fast forward now to Monday. We're talking about how we went to the police, whatever. Candace hears that I called police. Again, we're on Mr. Shared's live on Monday night, or we were on mine and then Mr. Shared's. And yeah, after I started questioning him Saturday, he kind of started getting quiet. So Sunday we were talking, but it definitely started slowing down compared to what it was before Saturday night. And anyway, so after all that happens through Saturday, spills into Sunday, everyone's still dealing with that. Everyone's going live. He wants me to go live to combat everything, and it's just a mess. And we continue on with the charade because, well, he doesn't know that we know, right? With that one girl, he had no idea. He's like, "Sure, can I give that girl your number? Can like you fix this, whatever?" So I'm calling that girl. We're on the phone. He's trying to call back and forth to both of us. All is panicking, and it's going to Benny. Hubby witnessed it all. He was there. Like we all behind the scenes were like, what the hell? What the hell? This it just makes no sense.
Oh, yeah, it just gets weirder and weirder.
Yeah, as if somebody does have a movie idea for this shit. So keep that in mind. It'll come in handy when you see the text message I'm going to show you guys in a little while. Actually, hubby's going to show you guys. Absolutely, Mandy. He won't be laughing soon if he keeps this shit up. So anyway, so then Monday comes, right? And everyone hears Candace freaking out on the phone while he is on live. And she comes home and she's like, "Fuck you, asshole, get her off of there," talking about getting me off the phone. And okay, so then I quick take him off the speaker. I'm like, "Oh my God, okay, yep, go ahead, whatever." But he's still texting and whatever on the side. And then he calls again, all while on Mr. Shared's live stream. If you want the timestamp, it's 1 hour, 22 minutes, and 40 seconds in because I had to send it to TBI. So go back and watch. You'll see after that whole thing breaks out on the live, Dawn calls me back. I say hello. I walk off the screen. This was like the end of everything, like for damn sure. Candace overheard me say something about I called police. I was talking about the death threats I was getting for Predator Hunter Nation. Nothing to do about calling the police on the wells. Why would I live stream and say that to them when he's on the stream with us and everything, right? Plus, we were keeping him talking and recording because we told TBI we would do that in case they wanted it for anything, So anyway, that phone call, if you guys listen in the background, I don't know if you can make it out, but when I say hello and I walk off camera, you will again hear Candace crying and screaming. That was a fight Dawn called to have me listen in on speaker. And the way he was talking to her, the way they were talking to each other, like I've heard Candace talk like that a million times because she's yeah, she's not, anyway. I've heard Candace be like that, but I had never heard Dawn talk to Candace the way that happened on Monday night. So anyways, they were F you, F you. Candace was saying, "I'm calling the cops on you." And he was like, "Call the fucking cops then, fuck you, bitch," and everything. And there was a bunch of that flying around between the two of them. And I'm like, whoa, what's going on, And she was like, "I won't even have to call the cops because Cher already did that for us." So whatever that means, again, I don't know. You can take what you want of it, but that is what happened. So I don't know why they would be concerned that I was calling the cops on them to go there when, I didn't even say that. I was talking about Predator Hunter Nation. So whatever their guilty conscience was, or Candace's guilty conscience, I don't know, but that was the phone call. So then I listened to that for a little while where literally he's like, fine, call the fucking cops on me, you fat fucking bitch. And she was like, I'll call the cops, don't worry, I don't have to, share just that. Yeah, there was a lot, okay? So yeah, that happens. And then Tuesday, we talked a little bit, and he actually texted me like, I'm sorry, please don't take offense to that at all. She didn't mean it, whatever. And I'm like, no, that's okay. Like, she's just, sad, frustrated. She's in a bad place. I get it. I don't take any offense to that at all. So I thought it was very weird that they would be so worked up and scared that the police were coming for whatever reason, because of whatever, she was worried about what Dawn told me, something, I don't know, but that's why she never wanted Dawn talking to anybody, not just me, but to anybody. Yeah, it's just a shit show, you guys. So we talked up until yesterday morning, where he's now pretending to be Candace, and I know that Candace wouldn't say, hey, this is Candace, yesterday. So I already knew it was Dawn pretending to be Candace. That's why when everyone's like, is he arrested, I was saying no while everyone was saying yes, because I already knew, like, no, like, I just don't believe it. If it was Candace, she would have texted like she's texted me before, calling me a faggot bitch and everything, after I have donations sent to her, and people helping send her things for her house and trying to get her kids back and getting her house fixed up and all that. I believe I was one of the only channels sharing like a cash app for them and stuff like that, like an idiot. Anyway, she was very, very ungrateful for all of that. So these were all of the things that kind of I went, whoa. And the phone conversation that I had with Dawn, that got recorded to turn into TBI, he was calling women, not just his wife, but the other women who he was talking to, because he was dumb enough to talk to and say these things. It was just completely different Dawn, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, so disrespectful to women. He wasn't the, like Mr. Chair says, so humble. Thank you. I'm sorry. Oh, thank you. It was that fucking bitch, blah, 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 blah. Like, it definitely was no religious Dawn that I talked to on Saturday night. Like, not one bit. Tampa Boy Customs.
ABC.
I don't know, a silly bitch. It is possible, but at the same time, I think they are abusive to each other, in my own personal opinion, from what I have witnessed. It's both of them. Toxic AF, okay? Yeah, that is the real Don Wells, and that's all we saw from Saturday night until yesterday when we stopped talking. We didn't see the Don from like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. He let that out, and then it's like I don't know. I think he tried a little bit to like go back on that, but it's just, even the way he was addressing me was different. He had a tone with me from Saturday night on.
Yeah, he wasn't rude to Cher, but he was like a little bit more intense.
Yeah.
A lot more intense, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she does defend herself. Absolutely. Me too, Indica Dreams. Me too. And I don't like, there's a lot, you guys, until it's way too much, honestly. It's like a lot. Let's
We'll get it all out. We're just trying to work out how to share it all with you without having you on a live for 12 hours.
right, exactly. And I don't even know, like, I'm still like, this is all fresh, right? And you all heard me last night. So I'm like slowly, I woke up this morning though, feeling like 1,000-pound weight was off my shoulders. Like, I felt a lot better to be away from that toxicity, if that makes sense at all. I know I put myself there. Everyone's gonna be like, "No, why not? You did that." I did it for a reason, and I would have got out a hell of a lot quicker if it wasn't for summer. Only because it was so toxic and back and forth, like in our own heads, everybody's heads, just like all of y'all.
You should have seen the fights that Cher and I had. Like, we were literally screaming at each other because we were just so stressed out about this, and we couldn't see eye to eye on like the tiniest thing, and we were so worried about summer and what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we were going through a pretty rough patch
Yeah,
these last few days.
yeah. On Saturday, we started getting concerned, like, shit, like, how do we go about this? Tell TBI, but we started getting nervous, like, if we make any wrong moves here, are we at fault for anything that might happen to Summer if she's still alive? Which brings me to people, I've actually got private messages from people who are like, you said that you know where Summer is. That is not what I said last night. I made it clear to Don Wells and Candace on my angry live stream. I said, you know that I know that y'all know. And I stand by that because it's my opinion now that at least Don knows where the hell his daughter is. Not that I know, but that he knows more. I believe Candace knows too, but they're just, in my personal opinion, they have something on each other. I don't know what it is. Do I think it's related to Summer? Yes, right now. I have since Saturday because, I just don't know why. I have seen private conversations with Candace and one of her besties where she has a plan to try and get Don arrested and even some safe word or whatever. And Don knows this. So it's like, why do you have to have that? Just freaking call the cops on him then. Like, and Candace even told this person, I think Donnie has more to do with it than he's saying. Now, after this live, I want you guys to go back to the news report that came out, what was it, June 18th, when we all saw them on the news that day. You're going to go to the part where Candace and Dawn bring up the red truck. You're going to see Candace give Dawn a dirty look and say, well, I don't know. I kind of think it's funny. I haven't heard anything about a red truck until today. I have gone over that a million times in my head over the weekend. And it's my belief that's a jab at her husband. That because he brought that up and she's like, oh, like, funny how I didn't know about that till just now, like, because Donna just said it, I'm telling you guys. So what I want to do right now before Mr. Share shows the text of what, because I know everyone's here, we got 3,900, holy shit, and I know that you guys are here because you want to see what the big scam Don was cooking up. And we'll show you. I will say that for like 2 weeks, he has always wanted, since, Jeannie come out, he wanted to hurt Jeannie, Mary, and he even wanted his sick old dad to hurt a little bit. Excuse me. So he did always want to do something. He was like, I think it'd be so funny to like say something. And he really wanted Chris McDonough to air it on his channel because he wanted to discredit Chris McDonough's channel. Hold on, sorry. I was trying to see Chasing Truth's comment. The red truck was only days before you and I interviewed him. Right, and he couldn't keep that straight, so it's confusing. Was it two different
There were two different
times?
trucks.
It was two different trucks he kept talking about.
Yeah.
But the thing is, yeah, and I don't even know if any of that's true, to be honest, and I think that's Candace's little jab at him there. Thank you, Jeannie. What's that say? Bravo? Can't see, it's a little
Bovero.
Bovero. Thank you so much. What was I just saying now? I'm sorry, you guys. Are we not allowed to mention Donna? I don't think I know who that is. I'm sorry. Yes, hoax call for sure. Oh, what was I even on? Okay. Anyway, we're gonna show the text in a few here. You guys will also notice on Monday I told Dawn, you know, if Summer's listening right now and you think she's alive, because we were talking even before we went live and stuff, and he was like, I miss her and his sniffles or whatever. So I asked him on that live. Okay. I asked him on that live. Oh, that's Dawn's sister? Oh my goodness. Thank you, Jeannie. Thank you. Can you tell us what you think happened to Summer? I don't know. I don't know anymore. I have two scenarios that are what I think, and I don't know. It would be speculation for me, but it would be off of my gut from the last month. We will get into it. Welcome to the Crazy Train, Deep Thoughts, and Natasha. Woo woo! Welcome back, Natasha. I know you were a member before. Okay. So you'll notice on Monday night I said, you think Summer's alive still, or somebody's got her and they're listening, since he added 2,500 people on Facebook because he thought it was just to help Summer. Like, he thought one of those people might have seen Summer. Well, he had about 2,000 people in the chat listening. I believe I even said, oh, you got like 2,100 people listening or whatever. And I said, plead for Summer, like, to talk to Summer like she can hear you. And he could not do that.
Oh yeah, that was horrible.
He couldn't do that. And I almost thought about like reminding him right then in the moment. No, I almost said, okay, but like, what if Summer's listening? And at that point, if you guys see me like look at my face, I look at my husband and I said to myself, I'm gonna let him hang himself right now. I'm not gonna fuck that. Nope, I'm done. And I looked at my husband and I knew. I said, everyone is going to take this right here, right now, tonight, and it's gonna be a shit show. And I was right. Like, I knew, and I was like, you know what? I'm done. I shouldn't have to remind you to plead for your daughter. So I was done right then and there too. So it was awkward as hell.
Yeah, and for all those who, if you haven't seen that, I'm going to play that clip on my live tonight.
Yeah.
And along with the phone call that Cher made to TBI.
Yeah.
So you guys will get some more context.
Yeah, he recorded the first call where I was like, "Oh, we got a problem here." And yeah, I had to call. We called. Well, I called TBI and he recorded it. So right now, before he I gotta send him something that I want him to share from the computer, and then I want to make a plea to Dawn and Candace for Summer, since Dawn couldn't handle that. So give me just 90 seconds, guys. Sorry. Okay. Thank you, Jacqueline. Mr. Wonderful commentary. Steve, I am so sorry. I'm not sorry, because in the end, I was doing what I thought was like helping to find where is Summer, and I stand by what I did, because I think that we are all starting to see things crumble. So, am I sorry? No. Did I age 100 years in 1 month? Yeah, fuck yeah, I did. But I mean, I don't regret it. All right. So before I do that, I want to say something because I know they're listening. So Don and Candace, I want you and Candace, since you're so scared and you have told people you think Donnie is more involved than he's saying, bring your daughter home. Turn your husband in. And Donnie, you do not love Summer. Tell where your daughter is and end all of this. I know you're too selfish to do so, but you need to end this. You need to bring Summer home. And everybody at this point, but maybe a few, several people, knows that you know more than you're saying. So since you could not plead for your daughter on Monday night in front of 2,000 people, I'm making this plea in front of over 4,000 people to bring your daughter, Summer Moon Utah Wells, home. Bring her home, Dawn. Candace, if you are really afraid and you want to get your other kids back like you are claiming to other people you can if you get away from your husband, then do that. Put the bottle down, put the pipe down, and get the help you need. Don and Candace, bring your daughter home because it's more than just you two that care for her now. In fact, I'm going with you don't care for her because she would be home. Bring her home. I'm going to say it every time I come on here because I know it's pissing you off. Bring Summer Moon Utah Wells home. Okay? I'll end with that also before we go. How do I do this, baby?
One of the way.
Okay, so now for a minute we'll go to Dawn thinking everything's a game. Dawn worrying about $1 million. You let me know if you think he really gives a shit about his daughter. If he finds shit like this okay to do. Can you guys see that? Let me read that for you. I'm telling him I couldn't believe when he threatened Ben and then me. We're talking about, you know, a certain group that I was getting threats from. And then I said, apparently people think I'm helping you hide Summer. Do you see how dumb people are? I'm in an entire different country than you. Don says, wow, I even thought about doing an entire confession, LOL. Hold on, pay-per-view, and then confessing how much I really love our church or something. $1 million? I said, ha ha ha, that's funny. Your own cliffhanger, LOL. He says it'd probably work. I said, oh, that would, but people would say you aren't taking missing Summer seriously. A fake confession for $1 million? Really? Really, Don? Mm-hmm. Y'all can take that and run with it, even my haters, so that's some O.J. Simpson shit right there. Don is sick. They all need help. Granny's a liar too. Just throwing that out there.
More time goes on, the more I get confused.
Yeah. Don is a really funny trickster. Just hope he didn't kidnap Summer for a funny joke. I am so fucking lost in this. Like, poor Summer. Sad. Thank you, Kaz. And yes, it's very, very disturbing, isn't it? Can you guys still see that there? I'll just leave that up there. Everyone screenshot it, take it, whatever. Let's do a false confession for $1 million. He was really hoping that, Chris McDonough would pick up something like that. He was really upset knowing that Chris McDonough had them recording phone calls as of lately to try and trap him and have some more content for his show, as well as for law enforcement for pressing the SA charges. When he had Candace call Mary, just so you know, that is out of sorts. Candace hates Mary. Candace has called Mary all kinds of names under the sun since the essay has come out. She hates Mary. Her calling Mary, I know, Ben, I'm sorry. We all are just like, what the F, right? Yeah, such a mess. He is. So you guys tell me, would he stage 911 call? You tell me, with everything so far that I've been bringing out just in the last 24 hours, could he stage a 911 call? I'm thinking so. He thinks he's that good. Okay, he said a fake confession. Where's the plan of him being fake arrested? Well, that's what I'm saying. He likes to make plans and thinks things are funny. The reason he would do the fake arrested is because he knew from us talking, he wanted to do something to specifically Jenny and Mary. And he was hoping that if he did something, I didn't know about the fake arrest, but that just must be what he came up with. He thought that was a good idea, but there was other things talked about. He wanted it to be on Jenny and Mary, and he wanted them to bring it to Chris McDonough because he wanted to make them look stupid and start laughing. The arrest is new, but as soon as I saw it was Mary and it was Candace calling Mary, and I know that wasn't a real breakdown because I've witnessed them. Candace has called me at nighttime, at bedtime, like in bed, crying and having actual meltdowns. That was not a true meltdown. That was a drunken high something, and I'll tell you right now, she didn't want to make that call. And Dawn kept feeding her alcohol and stuff to make her do it, and she was just whining and saying whatever, which is why she couldn't keep her shit together and was mixing up things. First, it started with the police were coming. The police arrested him. And then was all of a sudden Mafia had him in Boston. Well, why Boston? Oh, the Mafia, whatever. So did the police arrest him? Because you would see cop cars and all. And they didn't tell me anything. Or was it the Mafia? All in one call. Do you guys see? Like, everyone's right about the whole damn Dawn show. It's ridiculous. Dawn took Summer. I absolutely believe that he does know. He may not. I don't even know anymore. It's my personal opinion. They know. So he thought doing a fake confession to one of the sisters would get back at Chris. Actually, he wanted to set up a fake confession on TV. Somebody, I was like, where would we do that at? And he was like, I don't know, pay-per-view or something.
Yeah, kind of weird thing to joke about.
Yeah.
Considering your 5-year-old daughter's mistake.
And I'm telling you right now, I'm still friends on the page he forgot to block me on the new Facebook account that I had to make like a week ago. He's posting just like an hour ago. He was posting in there. He's pretending, and I do have those screenshots too. He's pretending and posting as if it's Candace, but it's him because I can show side-by-side screenshots of Dawn and the person pretending to be Candace on his account. He is alive and well at his home, and if you don't believe me, y'all just do a wellness check to his address. He's home, and he thinks it's funny. Again, I can just go off of what I know from my month's experience with him of nonstop talking. Yeah, he wanted to do it on TV. Yes, he wanted a TV deal. He knows about a couple connections that I have, where my one friend like went on Dr. Oz and stuff. Yeah, So he wanted to go to TV with $1 million idea of a false confession. Yes, he thought it was a great idea. It's all messed up, you guys. I don't know what to tell you about that, if the neighbor was put up by them, because there's something else that we've noticed. All of the neighbors, for some reason, do what Don wants, just like his damn family. Like, does it make sense? Candace is not calling Mary crying and worried about where Don is. That is some bullshit. They do not call each other. Mm-hmm. Yep. And I guarantee you, you guys will see them both again on YouTube, because it's what they do. And in fact, I already seen that he's doubled. He only had 12 people on his friends list. I'm sure I'll be blocked now that he remembers I wasn't blocked on there yet. Hi Don, bye Don. He now had like 26 when I looked right before coming live. I did a wellness check today. I called the cops. Yes, Donnie is home. Yep. I was going to, but I didn't need to. I already knew he was home, and I didn't want to bother the police, but I almost did, so I could tell everyone, yeah, like, I know he's home for sure, but I didn't want to waste their time because I already knew. So
how does that work? When you call the cops for wellness check, do they call you back and say everything's okay?
yeah, they either call you back, or you can call back and check, like, so was everything okay there? And they'll be like, yep. They may not be able to tell you like anything, but they'll tell you yes, they're either fine or what. Yeah, they're okay, everything's good. And you're like, okay. It's just Don Wells. He has no picture, and it's all privated. It's on Facebook. He has a new Facebook page that he made a week ago. I took some screenshots, and I believe I posted them in a community post. That's from his new. Maybe they have her hidden as a boy. I don't even know anymore at this point. Yeah, absolutely, probably. Mm-hmm. It is all way too crazy. Is it all way too crazy on purpose? Are they like, do they want to make it this crazy? Does he want some kind of, like, is he making it with all these twists and turns on purpose for somebody? I don't, like, is that his plan? A movie or something? I don't know. Yes, Mary Hartman is Donnie's stepsister. Yes, she is. All right, I'm gonna watch chat now for some questions, you guys. And I'm gonna put the link in chat if anyone wants to come up here and ask whatever. I will say this is just from my own personal experience. I turned in everything that I was like, whoa. And like I said, we kept talking to him after we knew what was going on, because we had told TBI, like, we'll keep him talking for you guys, and recording it. There is the link if anyone would like to come up here. I apologize. I was skeptical about you when you started the Dawn stuff. I respect how you handled it when there was an issue. Stay safe. Thank you, Red Rum Medium. I always said, and so did Mr. Sheriff, if he was going to hang himself, we were going to let him do that. We were never going to cover for him if we thought he was guilty, like, for sure. And even now, it is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. He is not in a court of law. This is just my own personal experiences. And now, why do I feel this way since Saturday? And this is, and you know, I am not a court. I am not a judge. I'm not an attorney. I am not a jury. I'm just a girl who talked to Don Wells and Candace. You know what I'm saying? So now, as of Saturday, it is my opinion, all of these things. But again, he, of course, is an innocent person, because I don't know what he would be guilty of. I just know he's guilty of knowing where his daughter is, or more to it than, I don't know, it's the mafia, it's the cartel. No, it's not. Okay. Do you know why he said, okay, hold on.
Oh yeah, it said he had his sister's glasses on. That would be his blood sister, though.
I don't know that. He didn't say that. I don't know what sister, if it was Mary, Jeannie, or Sonia, because he did hang out with Jeannie and Mary at one point. Remember, Candace thought they were. So I don't know. It could be any of the three sisters. He didn't tell us which one.
No, I assume it was the one that he keeps in regular contact with, but you're right.
Yeah, but yeah, is it Sonia? Yeah, so it could be Sonia or Mary, because he talks to Mary a little bit, like Mr. Scherer said, but yeah, I think he talks to Sonia more, and Mary a little bit. Am I saying that right?
I think so.
Yes. Okay. Hey, Christopher, and hey, Fearless.
Hey,
Hello.
Hey.
this doesn't have anything to do with the case share. I actually run a YouTube show myself called Deep Thoughts,
Okay.
and I personally wanted to come on here and say that I owe you a apology. I've doubted you from the very beginning, and now after the picture has came clear, I just want to tell you how sorry I am.
Well, I appreciate that. I mean, I don't. Yeah, it is a mess. It's just a
It
mess, but I
is.
do appreciate that.
It
You
really
know,
is. So I wanted to come on and say that I'm truly sorry for being a doubter.
well, thank you. I mean, I just, we all have emotions high right now because we all want this girl to come home. We all want Summer Moon, Utah Wells to come home. And everyone's emotions are high, so it's making people butt heads, of course. And the red flags were always there. So I get why people were like, what the hell are you doing? It's clear as day, But it's when I got closer and I knew all of the other stuff going on with the registered offender, like all of these things, and he had that mask on for so long, I'm like, I know men like that. He'll drop his mask in 3 days if he's, a bad dude. And it
Hmm.
was damn near a month. Um, it's just wild. But I do appreciate that, Christopher. Thank you.
You're very welcome, and I also owe an apology to your boyfriend as well.
I will. He ran off, but I will tell him, and he'll be live, like in an hour and a half or so too. So hopefully we see you over there.
Oh, you will. You will.
Awesome. Oh, we have Monique.
Apology accepted.
Oh, he already ran up to say apology accepted.
I'm cooking dinner.
All right, I'll let you all go.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, Fearless.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Hey,
Hello.
this is Monique. Yaya Scallon.
Oh, hey, Monique.
Hello.
Am I the only one up here, or is there somebody else up here?
Nope, there's somebody else up here, so I'll get to you in just 1 minute, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Hey, Fearless, go ahead.
Hey, I was just wondering, and I want to put it out there. Is it possible this whole entire thing is a prank, and Summer is missing, and he's got her hidden somewhere, and they've got her hidden somewhere, and just to make a movie?
One of my theories of the two I have isn't that he has her hidden somewhere, but I do think it's that situation is possible that he handed her, like that it's some group effort that they think that this is going to make some kind of big money with a movie or something. That is one of my thoughts.
They'll make the movie, and then all of a sudden she'll just show up, and Grandma's got her. I guarantee you that.
I don't think Grandma's got her.
Okay, well, that's just my theory.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've definitely thought that theory as well. But he's just got so many shady characters that
Yeah.
surround him that I mean that could be, but I feel like Grandma left and she should be suspect as well since she was one of the last
Yeah.
to see. Well, this case and EVP readings are on the same
I'm
level.
gonna drop back a chat because I was eating my dinner.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yep.
On your community post are those messages between Don and Mary. That is his Facebook messages that he just posted. Yes, Don and Mary. Yes. Hi, Monique.
Hey, how y'all doing tonight?
We're good. How are you?
This Louisiana weather, y'all excuse my looks. I don't know how to block my face or nothing, so
Oh, you look
we burning
fine.
up down here.
You look gorgeous.
Now look, don't be telling no fibs to me.
I like those purple glasses. You look gorgeous.
Well, thank you. In my opinion, now this is just my speculation. I grew up with my mother and father was detectives. My daddy was a police officer. I've been married to police officers, or to a police officer. So, in my opinion, Don knows where she's at. Don took her and hid her away just for his, and I'm trying not to cuss y'all, please. This
Well,
coon
you're
ass is
okay.
about to come out.
Let it out, girl.
This dumbass, Don, this dumbass, he hid this baby away, and hopefully with somebody safe that he could, his narcissistic self could have the attention. I don't think Candace knows much about all this. I think she kind of knows, Don had something to do with it, but I don't think she knows to what extent. And I think all this was because Don is narcissistic.
Mm-hmm.
And he don't know how to not have all the attention on him. So that's my opinion.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Marsha, by the way, for the super sticker. Hey, Jay.
All right, I'm gonna get off of
Hey,
here and
what's
let
up?
somebody else get on.
Okay, thanks, Monique.
Thank you.
Hey, girl.
Hey.
Well, I think you did really good. I think you did really good. I mean, I know it's difficult. I know it's been difficult for you.
Yeah, I'm like, how do I filter? Like, it's all fresh, and my brain has issues filtering things. I'm like, how do I do this to make sense? Because I know everyone's confused. I'm confused. So how do I
Yes.
like
It's all
make sense?
convoluted. I know.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll make more
talked and
sense as time goes on and you talk it through. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I had to definitely calm down after last night before I could even talk. I'm like,
Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine. So we got confirmation from Mary that Don is at home with
yeah.
Candace.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
I told everyone.
And what do they have to say for themselves? Anything? Do
Nothing.
we
They
know?
think it's hilarious. I would put money on they sat there fucking laughing, drunk and high, and thinking it is hilarious.
Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. What's that say? Let me get this bigger here. In the rabbit hole, I'm confused, but that's okay. Keep going. I'm sorry. It is very, very confusing because it shouldn't be a fucking game. Oh,
Right. I mean, it doesn't even make sense why this even happened. So I was sitting there earlier, like, okay, what would be the reason for them to do this other than to deflect off of their missing daughter? I mean, what was their motive?
right. I
Like when
don't
they were
know.
talking to you about it, when he was saying it was a prank, he just wanted to do it for shits and giggles, like
He
entertainment.
wanted money. He talked about money a lot. He wants
He
money.
wanted money.
Yeah, he wants a lot of money. Like he really thought we could get some like huge TV deal for a false confession.
Did he ever think about going to these bigger shows, you know, to get his daughter's face out there and her name out there?
I mean, we talked about it, but he didn't really do anything. And when I was like, now everyone's like, he didn't need a criminal defense attorney. These attorneys are 5-star and was willing to do everything. Like there was a team of people willing to get behind him. All he had to do was drive to Knoxville, which by the way, after the boys were taken, Summer's missing, after the boys were taken, he drove to Knoxville to party for a couple days, but it was too far to
What?
drive for pro bono attorneys that I had all
He went to
arranged.
Knoxville
Yep.
without Candace.
Without Candace. Robin Lane had to
Okay,
get him
so is
home.
that when we thought, I'm sorry, is that when we thought that he was working when she was attending prayer circle and stuff? Or was that early on or?
Yeah, it was right after the boys got took.
Oh, okay.
Right
Yeah,
after the
because every
boys were
time
gone.
he wasn't there, I'd be like, oh, he's probably at work, you know, because I believed him when I talked to him. I was like, this guy just works all the time. I got like this feeling from him, like he doesn't know what's going on in his house. He basically works sun up to sundown. She's taking care of the kids, and he doesn't know anything about the shenanigans going on when he's at work. That was like the impression I got early on.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too. Thank you, Vet Girl. Do you know anything about the ex-wife? He has stated his relationship with her. I don't, but I've talked to his son, which I now know lies for him. So there's that. And thank you, Vet Girl, for that. And Christy, what's this say?
I don't know if that's
again.
Christy that. I don't know if that's the one I know or not. How many Christies could there be?
Okay, we got No Peace. It says your devices are not connected. Sunshine and Angie Ray. Hello, welcome.
Hi. So
I have a question though before, and I'll let
go ahead.
everybody else answer or ask their questions. But I wanted to know about your interactions with Grandis, if any.
It wasn't like one-on-one. My interactions with her was through Candace and Dawn while she was on the phone with Candace on speaker and me on the phone with Dawn on speaker was how that went.
And what was her like demeanor like?
Angry old woman. Like, I ain't fucking talked to nobody in 2 goddamn years.
But did she did she seem concerned about Summer? I mean, did you hear like talk about Summer or anything?
No. I didn't
none of
witness
them
that.
do.
No, none of them do. And I believe Benny.
Hey guys.
Hi, Jay.
Hey.
Okay.
You ready for me?
Who's saying that? I'm sorry.
Angie.
Angie, go ahead. Yes, ready.
So, I'm just so confused that the cops haven't released anything. Something big is coming. It's, you just did something big, but something bigger's coming. I've always thought that, one parent or the other, maybe not both, but one of them knows something. And when they brought up the red truck, first thing I thought of, because they described it basically as a drywall truck. It had the ladder racks, it had the pails in the back. If something happened to her, or if they are hiding her for another prank, maybe that truck took her. That's not a well-traveled area, so I guess neighbors do see things. And if there was a red truck there, everybody knows about this case. It's all over the news, and somebody would come forward unless there's a reason not to. So
well, I
I'm
mean, that was my point earlier, is that it's really not all over the news. It's not on the mainstream media every night like a lot of missing cases, used to. Like when we had Nancy Grace every night. No, I haven't seen it on any big. I mean, I haven't seen it on any major networks. I've seen it on local news, and maybe there's a blip, but it's not huge. And if these people were worried about finding their daughter, they would not try to hose the only community that is talking about their daughter 24/7 right now.
Amen. Absolutely not. They're not even talking about her. They're not using her name. I don't care about the past tense, past tense thing, but the fact that, that was big when Don couldn't say anything to Summer when given the chance. That was huge. I think, what you have here is probably helping the cops out a lot. And I just feel like something big is coming.
Cher, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Did Don talk with you at all? Did he ever mention, like being worried about an arrest or, because I know
Mm-hmm.
when I talked to
Yeah.
him, I asked him if the
Both of
TBI
them
had
are.
come. He said a few times, but he never really talked about being a suspect. Did he ever say anything about the fact that neither one of them been cleared?
No, Don
And
and him are both ongoing persons of interest.
Yeah.
Really quick, welcome to the crazy train, Jackie. Thank you, and thank you, Donna. I do appreciate that, you guys. So yes, they have always been afraid of an arrest, but I thought it was more geared to like he was more concerned because he was like sending me things and googling the all about like could he get in trouble for the SA charges in the statutes of limitations and how all that worked. And he called me all excited, thinking, "Oh well, because it was before this year and that, or blah blah blah." I don't even know. I wasn't even listening to that part, to be honest.
won't his Google searches be interesting?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh boy. Oh,
yeah.
I
So
never
he
thought of
was.
that. Oh.
Yeah, that's gonna be bad. But
Oh.
I mean, the
so
bottom line is where is Summer?
I don't know. Here, okay, so here's the other thing. On Saturday, he called me worked up also because they had drones over his house. I don't know if it was law enforcement or just some neighbors, but he said when he had gone out there, the drones flew down the road and he heard car doors shutting and they were gone. And he was all freaking out and worried that the drones were there. And also, like a day or two before that, there was actually divers sent back out, and he was all like, "Somebody pretending to need me said she's in the water somewhere." So now they sent the divers back out. So
He
just in
told
the
me that
last week.
same story.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Shell. Also,
He
did he
said
ever
that
really talk
someone made
about
a
Summer?
YouTube of him and reported that he put Summer in a lake and that
Yep.
they had to search it. And he was
Mm-hmm.
upset.
And
But
yes,
he
he
seemed
did.
upset, like they were wasting,
Yeah,
resources.
that's what he said. He was like, "I don't know why they even bother, and they should know people are faking." He was upset and bothered that they would come out and search. And he absolutely. And yes, I can 100% tell you, he did tell me, and that's why the second lie detector test a couple days later, they both, I believe, were both, if not both, Don for sure admitted to me there was cocaine and weed in his system.
So that
And the
was
boys were
true.
taken shortly after that. Yes, there was cocaine in his system and pot at the
Fact.
time of the not DNA test, sorry, the lie detector test. I think they both failed for cocaine and marijuana, but for sure Don did.
Too Many Jules wants to know when he told me that. I talked to him, I think it was the beginning of July. When he gave me the story about the dive team. When did he tell
Oh,
you that one?
dive teams
Just
came
another
back like
time.
a week. Yeah, this is a whole separate time. Dive
Oh,
teams
so it
came back
happened to
out
him twice?
like a week ago, yeah. Or
Yeah.
Wow.
less than a week ago, there was a dive team out there again. And drones.
One thing popped in my head a few days ago when I was looking through Candace's Facebook, and I noticed they spend a lot of time at the water. Wherever
Mhm.
they go, they spend a lot of time at the water. And isn't it interesting that he told you a story about a lake and told me a story about a lake? Two
Mhm.
different times, same story. I
At
don't
least
know.
he's consistent.
Weird. It's just
Right?
weird. I think there's a little truth in the lies.
That's
Oh,
exactly.
A lot of
always.
truth in the lies. Yeah. You guys, I don't want to take everybody's time. I'll hop off here so other people can call in. And I look forward to talking to you more tomorrow
Yeah,
on Natasha's
definitely.
channel, right?
Yep, definitely. I'll be there.
I think that as the time goes on, more and more pieces will come together, especially with like Mary and Jeannie being in here and hearing your side and putting everything together. I think we all just want Summer found safe.
Mhm. I
So
mean, yeah, that's what we all want, and we all have our different ways of doing that because we aren't all the same people, you guys. Yeah, I mean,
if we did it all the same way, it'd be boring. This is
mhm,
why everybody's going and watching everybody's different content. So I
mhm.
want to thank you guys because you guys really did a great job, and your poker face cracks me up. I just have to say, those last few videos,
I
I
don't
was
have
just
a poker
watching you and I'm like,
face.
no, you did really good. You really do. You really did. So, all right. Well, thanks, you guys, and I look forward to talking to you tomorrow.
Okay, I'll talk to you in a while, probably.
Okay. All
Okay.
right. See you.
Sunshine, hello.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
how are you doing?
Doing really good. How are you?
We're okay.
Right. Hey, well, so I just wanted to ask a quick question, if I could.
Yep.
Okay. Um, so I've been a subscriber to you for quite a while now, and I just wanted to ask, a few weeks ago, you were doing a live, and I heard you say something, and it was regarding the length of time that you have known Dawn, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you did say that you talked to him in May or March, right?
No, didn't even know who Don Wells was in May or March. I didn't know who Don Wells was until about June 15th or 16th, like the rest of the world.
But you said it in your video. I was just wondering how you guys knew each other.
I never said that in my video. You need to go listen again. I did not know them until the daughter went missing. No possible way.
Sweetheart. Hey, Cher.
I
Well,
did
there's a
not
lot
know
of
the
other people.
Wells
We all
before
heard
they
it.
went missing.
I just want
I
to
don't
say
care what you
there's a lot
heard.
of
I
other people
wouldn't
that
say
heard
that.
it.
You need to listen again. I wouldn't say that because it's not true. So go
Well, we
listen
can't
again.
listen to it again because you took it out of the video.
What did I take out of the video? I did not know the Wells until the rest of the world knew them.
Well,
Period.
we heard it.
I actually have the text messages from back when I first made contact with him. When I said,
Well,
"Where
how
is
did
your
it come out of
daughter?"
your mouth is what I'm asking. I'm just saying because
That didn't come
this
out
is
of my
about
mouth,
a
sweetheart.
5-year-old child that's
Fucking bitch. God.
What was that?
Some fucking troll, clearly. I literally never fucking said that. Like, how the hell would I know Dawn Wells in March or May? It doesn't even fucking make sense.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
Well, I mean, I don't really care. I don't give a shit what she thinks she heard. That definitely never fucking happened. People love to take shit I say and twist it though and run with it. I don't know. Some obviously troll. I don't care. She can have fun going and telling people that all she wants. Maybe I should fuck with her. I met him back in January. Did you hear that shit?
Yeah, I just want to say, with all the hatred and everything, all the eyes that were on Cher, if she ever said that, there is no way that someone doesn't have that screen recorded.
Yeah,
somewhere.
for real. That would be screen recorded whether I deleted it or not, dumbass.
It is bullshit.
If that bitch comes in the chat, you guys block her. Period. And if that's what you're focused on, seriously, get a life. Because it just never came out of my mouth. So, who has an actual real question? Because I smell tacos downstairs and I'm hungry. Benny, what do you think? Where are you at now? Like, I made it clear that my opinions are my opinions, of course, but
Yeah.
we're all mind fucked right now, I believe.
Yeah. I just, first, I want to just say, great job. I saw all of the things that you had to go through, and it was just like, that was just a hell of a restraint. That's first and foremost. Secondly, I want to tell you that, I think that what you've done is a great thing, and I think that you deserve all the apologies that are coming your way.
No, I
Because
don't want any of that. We all did this. Again, this is
right,
seriously nothing
right.
I want no credit for this. I want
No, there's
nothing.
no credit to be had.
I
I
want no
mean,
apologies, nothing.
well, I mean, there will be a lot of those because there will be so many people that don't have that sort of fortitude where they could be nice to someone and do the right thing until it's too much, and then you step away. Everyone on YouTube, they just want to step up and start throwing, just throwing shots, and that is not conducive. We see that in every case that YouTube gets involved in. So again, I think that if YouTube was a comfortable place for victims to come and get support and awareness, that we could really make a difference. I also would like to do a shameless plug for my petition. Please, guys, go check out the Summer Wells petition. It's to stop the exploitation of crimes against children. I think we're over 1,300 signatures. We've got a framework involved. It's not creating new laws. It's just utilizing the laws that we already have on the books. So again, Cher and Mark, outstanding job, and I appreciate you for allowing me to consult or whatever it was.
Oh man, you're doing something right when you got haters, sure. I'll take it as a compliment.
That's it.
Yeah, thank you.
Guess what? All the drama, I've got dishes to do and tacos to clean myself. So I love you guys, and I'm going to go ahead and jump off here and listen with my good ear.
All right, I'll talk to you later, brother.
Hey, and another thing, keep your head up like your nose is bleeding, all right? Love you.
Love you, bye.
Hey, I want some tacos, damn it.
You want tacos too? Come on over.
I know. No, I called back in because I wanted to say something that I thought was kind of interesting. So, there's been really nothing new put out in the media, like WJHL and the local stations there. Well, today WJHL released an article, and it had nothing new in it, and it was very short. But you know what the article was about? The total of the reward fund, which is at $38,000. And it was just a little blurb in their local news reminding basically what the total is. And I thought that timing was like kind of crazy with what's going on.
I thought that it was 50,000 though.
It said 38. Let me send you. I'm gonna text
No,
you the
I know
link.
it said 30. I saw that article too, but
you did see that.
Like it used to be 50K. Or maybe that's the church's own reward they have. It's 50K on the fire.
I don't know. I never really heard much about the total of the fund. I never really heard an amount before.
Hubby says he's got a conspiracy theory about that. So,
what is it?
I'll let it say it. Yeah, say it. Okay. This is way out there, but Candace's call to Mary, you hear her say, storm the Capitol. Now, who's stormed the Capitol? We can't say, but it's on Cher's community post. Yep. And that guy is now apparently following up on a new tip.
Yep.
So was Candace trying to say something without saying something? I really wonder.
I mean, that's a bizarre thing to say.
This whole thing has been bizarre. Yes, you can. Let me.
Isn't that timing interesting though?
It is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, like reminding people, oh, hey, there's 38K sitting here. I don't know.
Yeah, that is weird.
It is. It just the timing of it is bizarre. I hope to God she's alive. I just really, really, really want. I just want to see her face on TV. Like there she is. I just think that would be amazing. And if it's money motivated, I mean, there's a chance that she could be. And I think everybody wants that outcome, But okay.
Yeah, right now I'm on the fence because it could be it could be, but I also don't know. I have two theories, and I don't want to say them right now because the one is not good. I'm sure you all know. But the other theory is somebody's hiding them because I know how bad they want money and somebody is hiding her or something. So, and I, whatever. Hey, CDT.
Hello.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. And hi, Jay. I've watched you obviously, but never have spoken to you. So hello.
Hi, nice to meet you.
You too. So my question, and I know you have kind of already addressed this. First, I just want to say I appreciate what you. I know that was hard on you, but you got out information and a lot of little slips, all that. So I think you guys did a good job, and you realized when it was time to separate, and now you're doing that. I guess my main question, I know Candace didn't like you talking to Dawn. That phone call between Candace and Mary, it just made me physically sick hearing it last night.
Yeah.
And I just want more of your opinion on that. Like, do you think she was put up to doing that by Dawn against
Yes.
her will? Or do
Yes.
you think she was okay with doing it?
I think she didn't want to do it, but she was drinking and getting fucked up. I think he on purpose allowed her to get a little too sloshed so he would so she would do what he wanted. Yes.
Yeah, that's really sad.
Because he's
And
done it to her before. She hates me. And there was one night, me and Mr. Sheriff, we were up late. I think we were YouTubing or something. And me and Candace, we weren't getting along. And I had texted Dawn, like, I just don't get it. Like, I've helped get money to her. I've helped get, like, things to her. I've shared things. Like, I just don't know why she saying such mean things to me privately and being the way she is, right? And anyway, it was like 10 or 10:30 at night. We were just getting into bed, and all of a sudden I had a video call from Candace, and I was like, oh, holy shit. So I answered it, and she was much like you heard last night. But Dawn was sitting right there at the kitchen table, shoulder to shoulder with her, and she was in tears crying, Cher, I'm sorry. I don't hate you. I'm sorry. I'm just a jealous wife.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I'm like, Candace, don't say sorry to me or whatever. But I hung up that call and looked at Mr. Cher, and I said, I don't like the vibe of that. Didn't I? But then, I thought, okay, he forced her to do that, and she didn't want to make that call. She's just fucking drunk off her ass, whatever. There's more stuff y'all will hear later where, like, me and Candace has been in, like, cussing matches and stuff. But yeah, so that call, I thought, like, okay, he forced her, and because it was very much like last night. So he gets her wasted to do what she wants pretty much, and we'll get her, drugs and alcohol, whatever. So yes, that was, in my opinion, from my personal experience, having a forced call that he made her do with me. It was forced.
Yeah.
I threw that out the window, however, because after that and before that, I just thought maybe it was a drunk thing or whatever, because I witnessed kind of more abuse the opposite way. I think I even publicly said that a couple of times. Like, she was real rowdy with him, and he was just kind of like,
I've heard you kind of make comments like that.
So I was like, I kind of threw that aside. Like, she was just drunk, whatever, So,
well, we know that Dawn isn't Candace's first rodeo.
Yeah,
right.
This has been her life since she was, 19.
Yes, I'm seeing your messages, April. Oh, hey, Emma.
Okay, and then my last question, and then I'll go. I know you've already said no, but you really don't think that was a child. When you Dawn got off before you got off the phone.
I know for a fact that was not a child. That was Candace, and I know exactly what she even said. That was not a child. It was Candace. She was saying, "Fuck you, you asshole! Get her off of there!" And she meant me off of the phone, and she was whining and kind of like last night, where you really couldn't make coherent words with what she was saying. She was just throwing like word soup all around, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Yeah, no.
She sounded like Charlie Brown's teacher, honestly.
Yeah. It was Candace. That was Candace. Like 100%. Yes.
So with
See, I
that,
mean, I
oh,
think
I'm
it
sorry.
sounded like a child, and oh, you're fine. I was just gonna say, I wish it was Summer, and I wish she
Mhm.
is hiding there, and she's gonna suddenly appear.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But I'll go. But thank you for letting me jump on real quick and ask you that.
Of course. Yeah. Interview room is live now. So even I'm anxious to see about that, to see if it's something I was expecting or whatever. So, and he's going live in 55 minutes, and he'll kind of tell his stance, because again, we have even different experiences with Don, because I got a lot closer than Mr. Shear did.
I'm interested in his viewpoint, man.
Mhm. Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you this. All right. So when I first saw Don, before I spoke to him, when I saw him on the news, whatever, I didn't think he was very smart. But as I talked to him, I realized he's not as dumb
Mhm.
as he either portrays himself to be or people automatically think he is. Did you get that impression as well?
I thought that honestly until Saturday, and I actually, it stood out to me a little, but then I had made a community post of text messages between him and I, like on Sunday or something. And people commented on that saying, that's not Don, that's completely different texting and stuff. And I'm like, that is not that. And people are like, I can prove that's fake messaging or whatever. And it is Don. Not only did his talking changed, his texting changed, like
His
he
whole
puts
demeanor.
on, yes, his whole, like he wants people to think he's stupid, you guys, and he's
Yeah, I saw
not.
that dumb act, and it's like I saw
Mhm.
right through it after a while. What
Yep.
is your take on Candace though? Because she seems dumb too. Is she as dumb as she acts? Because she
Um,
put on a pretty good act. If that was fake crying and shit, I mean,
I mean, it was fake to a point. Like, do I think she was crying because she didn't want to do that? Yeah, I think she was being forced.
wasted.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and crying and wasted. You know how girls get. What girl is
yeah,
good? But yeah,
sloppy.
I think she was just sloppy, and I really don't think she wanted to make that phone call. That was forced on her, so she was crying.
And I heard him in the background of that
He
call.
was in the background of that call. I've been telling everyone to freaking listen to that. He was in there.
Yes, he was.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't figure out if he was talking to someone else, like on the phone, or if he was like coaching her what to say. You can't really tell because it's like not good audio.
Mm.
Interesting. Are you gonna get off here while or are you gonna stay on?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna get off and go watch his. I'm
All
curious
right.
if it's something I thought he was planning all along, or what the heck. Like,
Yeah, let's check it out. You never know what's
and
gonna come
then
out next.
and then
All
we'll
right.
be on
Thanks for having me on and
Mr.
let me ask
Share's
those
channel.
questions.
Go to Mr. Share's channel after Jay, like in
Okay.
50 minutes.
Okay, cool. All right. See you then.
All right. All right, everyone. Thank you. And Amber Alert, I see you, girl. I love you. And all my mods, thank you. You guys are awesome. Thank you for all the super chats, for all the new members and all the members, period. And I'm going to go check out Interview Room, and I will see everyone. Babe, did you drop your link?
I did.
There it is.
I'm going to play the phone call that Share had with TBI. And I'm also going to replay that bit with Don on my live stream, because a lot of you probably haven't seen that. So you'll get a better understanding of what we were talking about.
Mm-hmm. Oh, if you're trying to get a hold of me, you can email me, ihearvoices19@yahoo.com. And I'll throw it in the chat really quick. There you go. And thanks, guys, for the patience as I try to filter through this and get this stuff out to you in a way that makes sense, because I can't even make sense of it. It's a whirlwind. So thank you, everybody. And I will see you guys in less than an hour.
Later, Pete.